Hi, I'm Perry Atkinson, General Manager here at theDove. Hey, check out our other videos and check out our website at theDove.us. Welcome to Focus Today. I'm your host, Perry Atkinson. I wanted to take a few moments before we have our guest today to again thank you for an incredible year here at theDove in 2014, and to especially thank you for entrusting to us yesterday your prayer requests. I hold in my hand here hundreds of them. There's quite a stack of the prayer requests that came in over the last several weeks. And we spent yesterday as a day of prayer, and we had some ladies come in, pray throughout the morning. We had some pastors come by, pray on the air, as well as over some of these prayer requests. Our staff prayed over them. And when we read through them and began to just process the pain and the weight and the circumstances that some people are carrying in their lives, believe me, it left us deeply moved. It's hard to fathom some of the things that you are carrying, some of the problems that you're facing, some of the situations that you're dealing with. And it was also very encouraging to read quite a few requests for people who were praying for salvations of friends and family members as well. But I tell you, folks, this is a subtle reminder of so much. It's a subtle reminder of us here at theDove of what we do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. One of the big questions that comes out of looking through a stack like this is, are we programming to meet these needs? And so we're carefully looking at everything that we do to make sure that what's on the air, both radio and television, it's relevant to today's life, and that we know that the answer to these tough situations is the gospel. And so are we presenting it in ways with the various contents on radio and television to minister to people? The other thing that was pretty moving for us is a lot of folks put some comments on these prayer requests about how theDove is ministering to them, how they tuned in at the right time to catch a program or hear a song or a comment or to hear of a special guest that spoke right to their need at the right time. And that is confirmation as well that what's going on here at theDove is touching lives. A couple of the pastors that came in yesterday when they left, they too were moved and troubled at the same time, thinking, wow, not knowing how many people are literally going to church every Sunday loaded with these kinds of problems and issues, and then walk out of the service basically unchanged, or maybe not ministered to. And a couple of pastors made some comments about that it impacted their thinking as well. So we're living in some interesting times. There's trouble at every corner. Right has become wrong. Wrong has become right. We're legislating unrighteousness as if it's righteousness. And we're taking righteousness and regulating it as if it's unrighteous. I mean, we're almost in a upside down situation. It's just an amazing time in which we live. It has produced immeasurable levels of pressure on people's lives. And so it's made the gospel even more relevant and desirous. And so not only do you support this ministry with your finances, but when you sent these prayer requests in, it was a whole new dimension to us as what we're doing here at theDove. It's been quite a year, and we couldn't be where we are without your help. It just would have never happened. And I just wanted to take a few moments this morning to again say thank you for your faithfulness. It is your faithful financial support, your faithful prayer support, those of you who give of your time. Some folks come by and volunteer. We had ladies come in yesterday that gave of their time to sit down and pray. We had some come through in the afternoon, and they sat in the corner with these prayer requests and others and just sat there and read through them and had their Bible and prayed over them. There's a unique thing going on with theDove. It's very unique. It's unlike anything we've ever seen. And now that we're in our new home and we're slowly getting settled here, the future is even more demanding of producing programming, radio and television, that meets this kind of a need. And so again, thank you for entrusting us what I have to believe is very personal issues some things, some situations, that the only answer is for divine intervention. And I've been asking myself, been praying and seeking and thinking, well, you know, are we going to see and sense a time where we actually see a move of God in America again? You know, I watched yesterday, perhaps like you did, what happened in Congress and the re-electing of John Boehner. And I've had the opportunity. I met him when he was majority leader in the House. And he's a nice person. There's no question about it. He's a nice person. But I think he's been an ineffective leader. Then I got to realize, you know what? We can sit and point fingers all day long, and that certainly has its place. But we need to be praying for members of Congress and the members of our state legislature who are true believers, that God would give them an opportunity to lead and to stand for what is right. But we need an outpouring of God's Spirit in America. And when you read these kind of requests, I'm saying we don't need another sermon. Don't get me wrong. This isn't critical of churches or pastors by any means, because I have great regard for all of them. But if people are walking into church and then leaving with this kind of a burden and not being ministered to, we have to stop and think, what are we doing? What's happening here? Is there room in our daily activity where we just stop and be still and know that there is a God and that He loves us and He has a plan for our life? And folks, we did this a couple of years ago, and there were some heavy requests in here, but the amount of heavy requests in this pile of prayer requests this go around is unbelievable. So again, thank you for sharing with us something that is very personal, and I know also a tremendous weight in your life. And we prayed for them. We'll continue to pray over them. And if you start getting answers to your prayer, which we believe you will, share back with us a testimony of how God began to rearrange things in your life and bring answers to those prayer requests that you shared with us yesterday. We pray every week here at the Dove, and you can continue to send us your prayer requests by just going to thedove.us, and you'll always see a prayer button up in the upper right-hand corner. You can click on that button, and you can continue to send us your prayer requests, and we'll be glad to pray for you and pray with you about those requests every week in our staff meeting. We'll be glad to do that. And I also want to say thank you for your continued financial support. It's remarkable. The Dove has really grown, and our obligations have grown with it, to keep all of these lights going, keep these cameras going, microphones open. That's part of it. And the staff behind the scenes to make it all work, that's part of it. But outside of this, we have obligations on mountaintops all throughout Southern Oregon and Northern California, where we are literally broadcasting from. We have obligations to get digital programming through the system, through fiber systems to the cable outlets. And all of those are monthly expenses. And it's been amazing to watch the Dove's budget grow. And that is something that I sit back and go, whoa, how are we going to make it? But your faithful support, your faithful monthly support is what makes the difference. And I just want to say thank you for helping us. We ended the year right at even, and that's all we were praying about. We just wanted to make sure that our obligations were met. And I just want to say thank you for those of you who gave sacrificially at the end of the year, and those of you who continue to support us month in and month out. It just doesn't happen any other way. So thank you so very much. And please know that you're sending these prayer requests in. You have changed us. You've changed me. I'm still haven't been able to process this in my head and my heart yet. I'm still on tilt when I read the severity of some of these prayer requests. And I don't know, I don't have the words to express what we're going to do with this information. It's a little overwhelming at the moment, but it also has struck a chord to us and saying, wow, people are hurting, and they're hurting desperately. And do we have programs on the air that bring healing and help and hope to those situations? So thank you for sharing with us your prayer requests. All right, we'll take a quick break. We got some great guests lined up. We'll be right back.